Hello and a merry Monday morning to you, my scrumdiddlyumptious razzleberry pastry people. Coffee cheers to you. It is I, Hallie, with today's weekly reading book review. I did manage to read a few. Absolutely not the stack we talked about last week, but we have a lot of stories to talk about. So pour yourself a cup of coffee should you like to talk about books. And here's what I read this week, currently reading, and maybe reading next. Okay, here we go. The first one I finished, Dinner at the Night Library by Hika Hirada. This was great. I liked this one. Read a lot of Asian fiction in translation. Actually enjoyed this one. A young girl, a young professional, works at this library that houses authors' collections of books once they die. So they're cataloging what the author had in their personal collection. Not a lot happens, but enough happens, but stakes are low. There's a few mysteries, things going on, but it's mostly just a character study. And according to this book, it seems Japanese people are very private, and so you learn very little about each other's backstories, and then it explains more about them. So absolutely enjoyed, also obsessed with this cover, not just because blue and orange look so great together with that green. Anyway, Dinner at the Night Library. It was great. Okay, I did finish, as you saw, 2 quote posts this week because there were a lot of fun ones, not just the famous ones. Shakespeare's The Tempest in our Brush Up Your Shakespeare 2026 quest. Coming up next, I'll show you in the pile. The one I struggle bust through, guys. Okay, it's a bestseller. Wasn't for me. This is All the Missing Girls by Megan Miranda. The publisher was nice enough to send me a copy because they're reissuing a bunch of her books, I guess, or one's just coming out in paper book, so they rehyped her. Anyway, I guess this was her debut and her first book. What drove me nuts that I didn't like personally, I love an experiment. I love books that don't follow a formula. It was told backwards. So we have one opening scene and then everything is like the day before, the day before, the day before. And so you're reading a chapter and you're like, she used the key, and it's like, wait, what key? And my brain couldn't calculate. I have to wait till the next chapter to find out where she found the key and what that had to do with something, because I thought I had missed something about where in the world the key came from, and it just flabbergasted me. So this was different. I didn't love it. That's all I'm going to say about it. So there's that. Okay. Moving on. So struggle bust through that one. Took a while. I literally have like 5 pages left in this one. So do we count it done? Yes. This is Casting April by Wendy Liu. It's her debut book, middle grade. You know, I love middle grade. And what do I love more than middle grade? Theatrical middle grade. So April has a track tube that she breathes through. So people have underestimated her. She's an excellent actress, and she gets involved with a school play, but the theater teacher doesn't cast her because she's worried about her disability causing a scene or being an encumbrance to the performance, etc., etc. So she, even though she's the best actress possibly in middle school, she only gets cast as stagehand. So she helps the cast along, and I'm spoiling the whole thing, but I'm not. This was really great. So disability rep, theater kids, friendship, trials and tribulations. I would say a flawed character, lessons learned, happy ending, all the things, and we love to see it, not just on stage, but in real life. So Casting April, Wendy Liu, so much fun, out now from Knopf. Great for all ages, that's middle grade, hooray! Also great cover art, love it so much. Okay, Scandal. Not going to give a hot take. I've only read a couple of pages, but there's a lot of internet chatter buzz about this one. I bought it before all the scandals came out, but I'm also curious. I love people differing and having opinions and talking about things. Conversation starters. Always great. We're allowed to not all believe the same thing, guys. Anyway, Make Believe. I'm Telling Stories to Children by Mac Barnett. Just going to leave it at that. So, yep, you may have heard. I'm curious what he's got to say. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. I did see my last post you saw. All I got was this teeny tiny flyer. This is HADESTOWN Teen Edition, which was at the South Carolina Children's Theater at the Yount stage. So it's their black box theater. So like the performance was in the middle, and then we had like stadium seating on either side, and they used the whole space, and good golly, I can't believe how many talented people, let alone talented teenagers, live in my little town. Amazing. So they had the live music musicians, the most beautiful accordion I've ever seen. It was pink and pearl and shiny pearl. Anyway, it was great. The two leads, unbelievable. I know they're rotating the Eurydice role too, because there's just more than one talented people, obviously. People, you know what I mean. Anyway, that was great. So glad I didn't see it, and I did buy my tickets. Next month, HADESTOWN, the original Broadway cast, is doing a telecast in theaters for 5 days only, so got my tickets. Yay. Okay, reading next in our alphabetical Shakespeare read-through, Timon of Athens. I read the little blurb in my Cambridge University guide that give you an overview of the story and context and modern performances. Yikes, that sounds like a terrible play. Yeah, so just like depressing and bleak. So never seen that one before, never read it, but here we go. Not a meerkat, Timon there. Okay, reading next for book club next week, The Murder at World's End by Ross Montgomery. What I like about this book, it's a grown-up mystery, locked room mystery, apparently, not just because it's teal and gold and shiny, but hello, white space on the pages and short chapters. So that should be a fun, quick read to discuss next week at book club. Other books, I got distracted, you know me, and started going through my TBR stacks upon stacks upon stacks, and pulled some out that kind of got a little buried in the stacks upon stacks. So, reading next, Where You See Yourself by my buddy Claire Forrest. I got to meet her at Highlights, now the Boyd's Mills. Just Boyd's Mills. It was the Highlights Foundation Retreat Center, Conference Center, whatever. Anyway, Claire's amazing, and this is YA, actually out from Scholastic YA. Again, disability rep and going to college. So, new adult. Keep you posted. Can't wait. I also found in my stack of unread theater books, Singular Sensation, The Triumph of Broadway by Michael Rydell. I have two of his books. I also have his first one, The Battle for Broadway. This one's shorter, and one of the blurbs is like, it's gossipy, behind the scenes, and it just sounds more fun than history right now, and then I'll read the other one. And then I got this recently in a book swap. I remember the Disney cartoon, Ben and Me, with the little mouse and the key, that's all I know. But cover art by Brett Hellquist, and I just got this in a book swap. So again, middle grade, Ben and Me, I didn't know it was a book. I only knew the cartoon, by Robert Lawson, so looking forward to that. Yeah, it's Ben Franklin. Did I mention that? I don't know. Anyway, and then this one looks a little quirky, but I'm excited. Again, nonfiction. This is Syllabus by Linda Berry. Yep. And it's kind of like a handwritten how she teaches art to people who don't consider themselves artists. So I'm excited about that. I like it. It's different. I like it. I've heard good things. All right. That's all I'm going to tell you about today. Mini road trip today, so keep you posted on that. And mostly me working on my stories this week and getting ready for things this fall. So keep you posted, mostly in the Crayon box, should you like to join there for all the behind the scenes deets, and talk to you later. Okay, more coffee. Good. Okay.